Good morning, my friends. Happy Tuesday to all. It's about 5 a.m. and I'm getting my green tea in. And let me tell you what, it's good stuff. Before, I was a coffee guy. But you know what? Green tea is good, real good, especially for your health. But this morning I'm sitting here contemplating before I start taking phone calls, just really why I come on here. I have this YouTube, I got this TikTok. Why? Well, the main reason is to help anybody that's out there in the sales world have success. And I feel that, you know, I'm doing my part to help that community that's helped me over all these years. In fact, 20 years ago when I started, I was blessed, lucky, call it what you want, but I was working for an agency where the owners of that agency truly cared about my success. I mean, the owner of that agency that I worked for, a gentleman with tons of success in his 70s, would spend full days with me, knocking doors, selling final expense, one on one, not send somebody else, but he would. And same thing, with a few other mentors that I've had over the years. They would take their time to teach. And for me, over all these years, I have never forgot that. And I do my best to pay it forward. So if you're new to sales and you're watching this, I wanted to give you guys some tips that's going to help you long term, like it's helped me. And I took some notes here that I wanted to share because I didn't want to miss any of these points. But for all of you guys that are new to the sales world, give me a minute. It's very common for you to have heard the phrase, sales is a numbers sport. I'm pretty sure you've heard that. And that is a true statement. Sales is a numbers game. You've also heard, maybe by watching my content, that most sales are made on the 5th to 12th follow-up call. And you're going to start hearing this type of lingo. You're also going to hear about lead quality reviews, leads that are good, leads that are bad. And this is sales. But the number one piece of advice I'm going to give you, especially if you're a new salesperson, is to make sure your daily sales pipeline is full. What do I mean by that? That means of people, phone numbers, names, people that are interested in this case, a final expense policy, but regardless of what you're selling. So every single day, you got more phone numbers than you can handle of names of people that are interested of getting a final expense quote. So ask yourself, what's in your sales pipeline? Is it full? Because what good is it if you consider yourself to be a high closer, a one call closer? If you really feel that way, what good is it to be a high closer if your sales pipeline is dry and there's nothing there? It's a recipe for disaster. So let me share with you guys a little bit about how my sales pipeline looks today. So today, on my calendar for today, And pretty much every day, I got 40 people, phones and numbers in my sales pipeline today. Now, that does not include the fresh inbound leads that I also take, but I'm busy all day long talking to people about a final expense policy. And how do I fill that up? Well, like I've mentioned before, I used to buy leads and call them. So I was able to stay active. But nowadays, if you buy leads, 80% of people don't pick up the phone. So the investment is so much bigger now because of that reason that I personally rather work inbound leads in real time. And that's how I fill my pipeline every single day. But also, I don't close every single lead that I receive because I'm going to get, let me think about it. I'm going to get, I need to talk it over with my kids. I got to shop around. I talked to somebody else and they had a better rate. Follow up. And even though a lot of these people don't pick up, I text message these people, whether a picture message, I send them a video. I do everything that I can in order to get in front of those people again to close them out. Not everybody's going to buy on the first call. It's your job to nurture that lead. Because again, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Another thing, I follow up on my existing policyholders. So if I sell a policy today, once that policy is issued, I'm going to follow up. And when I follow up, I'm going to get the referral business. When I follow up to review the policy, I'm going to get an upsell business, which is another app. Again, my sales pipeline. Plus, my Facebook marketing, my personal Facebook marketing page. I'll go and check if I have leads there. And you know what? Sometimes I have some really hot leads there as well. And all of those leads go into my daily sales pipeline. And when I start taking phone calls here in the next hour and I finish by 2 p.m. Pacific, I have the business submitted, I've made money, and it just works. Last week, I did almost $5,000. I sold the policy yesterday. Every single day, I am placing a piece of business. In fact, last week, I had one day where I blanked, but every other day, I was placing. Again, you need to start thinking about this way. If for whatever reason, I couldn't take leads today because something happened with my inbounds, it wouldn't hurt me because, again, my daily sales pipeline is bursting with phones, names of people that are interested. Remember, guys, if you purchase the lead, they are interested. Don't give up on that. Work on filling up your sales pipeline. Believe me, your future self will thank you. When you're new, you know that pipeline is bare because it's starting from scratch. So stay motivated on building it, nurturing it, calling it. Be organized with each one of your leads. Find creative ways to reach out to your clients. Hey, if they don't pick up 80% of my phone calls, I'm going to text them because it's proven. If you send them over 3 text messages after that initial call, the percentage of that person converting just become higher. Why? Because you're providing value. So with that said, what's your sales pipeline look like? I hope it's full. Peace.